So hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today we'll be discussing self-worth, self-love, self-confidence, self-esteem, every single thing that deals with self. So let's get into the video. So self-worth, what exactly is self-worth? Usually it's about how much we value ourselves, right? It's just saying that yes, I am lovable. My life has incomprehensible worth. I am worthy of everything that I want in this life. That's basically what it is about. So in today's video, I want to discuss how self-worth really impacts the relationships we choose, right? So men and women, when we date, usually we just ask questions like, what are your hobbies? What's your favorite meal? How many kids do you want? And when whoever we date, all the perspectives, when they check off particular boxes, we say, okay, this person has met my needs. Let's get in a relationship with them. And that's the issue. Sometimes it works for some people, depending on what destiny God has for you on this earth. And most times it doesn't, because that's not all you need. You need time. And time is something that most of us tend not to give people. We tend to rush into things very quickly, and with dating, you have to really take your time and allow people to show you and prove to you that they are worthy of your time, your energy, everything about you, your space, you. Right? So most times, that's why we see ourselves in continuous cycles of bad relationships, and then we ask ourselves, but why isn't it working? I'm a good person, why do I keep falling for the wrong type of people? And it's not that it's really the wrong type of people. Sometimes you need to take that step to really enjoy being by yourself, spending that time with yourself to really get to know what you like. Because oftentimes it's not that you're bad to know, but what God has planned for you, He wants you to see that I've placed you in a situation that you have been in the same relationship over and over with just different people each and every time. And it's because I want you to understand that I want you to be by yourself. Conquer being by yourself. I want you to achieve extreme happiness by yourself. And that word I just used, happiness, the reason why I used it, self-worth ties into happiness so much. And oftentimes we find ourselves in relationships because we are seeking happiness, fulfillment from another party, from someone else. They always have like the heart, and then the person completes my heart. And this is not the case. You are whole already. And until you realize that, you're going to end up in the same continuous loop. You are whole already. You don't need somebody to add the other piece of your heart. When you enter a relationship, that person is supposed to add as a bonus. So maybe an even bigger heart. You could be two hearts joined together to form an even bigger heart. But it shouldn't be that you are depending on somebody else to add to your happiness. And oftentimes, that's why we end up in troubled relationships. You cannot seek happiness outside of yourself. It will never work. So, LaDonna, so you're saying how I don't have self-worth. How do I know? I'm confident. I pick good guys. It's just that they change after. Okay, I hear you. Just ask yourself these questions. What do I really want out of a relationship? What do I require from my partner? What is my true purpose in life? Would I date myself? Do I love myself? Do I enjoy my own company? And if your answer is no to any of these, then you have a lot of work to do when it comes to self-worth. So we've said everything, but how do we achieve self-worth? I've laid it all there, okay? How do we achieve it? So my first point in terms of doing this is to date yourself. Spend time with yourself. I know it sounds weird because it's like I've been spending time with myself all my life. What are you talking about? I mean, to really spend time with yourself, get to know yourself. And as much as you may think that you know yourself, when you actually put in that work and be consistent with yourself, you tend to see things through a different lens. And what I mean by that is carry yourself on a date, buy yourself nice clothes, get fit, do whatever you want, make yourself look good. You can't depend on anybody else to make you look good. It all depends on you. So make yourself look good. And when you begin that journey of that, then everything else gets easier right after that. Right? So we have here showing yourself some love by really taking that time to get to know yourself. Right? And from there, I say reflection. Reflection is my second point. Reflect on your past actions, your current actions, who you are today. Are you proud of who you are today? And that's so important. A lot of the times people tend to blame others for the wrongdoings in their life, for the bad things that happen. Even if somebody wronged you, there's always a part that you played and you could have probably done better. And I'm not saying to blame yourself for anything, but what I'm saying is just to, reflect on negative behaviors that you may have had. I know I may think I am right majority of the times, but I know I'm not always right. Especially when I reflect, I see where I was wrong or where I could have done something better. And it's okay to admit it. It's okay to forgive yourself for probably being wrong. It's okay. The biggest challenge in life is telling your ego to be quiet. That is the biggest challenge ever. And when you start to submit ego, you are on your journey for greatness from there on. Right? Let me see. I have notes. Let me just see if I would have covered the main two things. Oh, forgot. Being spiritual. Really connecting with God. I've seen that through meditation, I have reached a height of, I don't know if it's happiness or contentness. I've just reached this point where I feel good on my own. I'm really just, I feel like my purpose in this life has always been to help others, and that's what really fulfills me. Right? While I want companionship, I'm not going to deny that. Doing this, really, seeking knowledge and using that knowledge to help others where I didn't receive the help, I just find it so rewarding. And through this time, I just want everybody to take their time, men and women, because I constantly speak with women on a daily basis, and the things I hear them speak about, it's because they're not taking that time for themselves. Really take that time to get to know oneself, and then you'll be on a journey of self-worth, self-love. And then when you've done all of that, you tend to attract the type of people you need in your life. Right? What you think, what you feel is exactly what you're going to attract. So don't be surprised if you're bitter about men, that you're only attracting bitter guys. Don't be surprised. Just saying. And in addition to that, I wanted to also talk about the type of people to just be wary of when you meet them. Because when you reach that point of self-worth as well, you're still going to meet these type of people. And it's persons I categorize as two types, and they're very similar. Users, narcissists. What are they? So, users are those that use you because they seem to get some type of benefit from you, whether it be sex, whether it be your cooking, whether it be living under your roof, money, whatever it be. They are using you for some sort. And these type of men and women, they don't see you as long term. And you often see these types, those who claim they don't want marriage. Now, generally, there are some persons who don't want marriage, but there are some people who claim they don't want it, or they never discuss it with you, but yet you all are together for a million years, and then one day, Rachel comes along and he dumps your behind and gets married to Rachel. And I know it hurts, but at the end of the day, there's only one person to blame, and that's you. Because you allowed somebody to waste so much of your time. If it is you, in your mind, you want to be married in 2 years, 2 years' time. You know, according to some people, 2 years might be too long, but a year, to me, a year is a good time frame for that, right? And this person is not entertaining that type of discussion with you, it's time to walk away. Never back down on what you want as well. If it is you require A, B, C, D, why are you accepting E, F, G, H? It does not make sense. And in the end, you are the only person to blame. So stop blaming people and saying there's trash, because who picked it? Who picked the trash? You. Everybody is not made for everyone. We all have souls and soulmates that we are destined to meet, but it all depends on our work with ourselves. So you tell me what you want to do. If you want to continue in your loop, good for you. But for those who want to rise above and seek fulfillment in their lives, please, 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 please take heed. Right, so back to the users and the narcissists. So next we have the narcissists. Now, through personal experience, this has been one of the most difficult relationships I've ever been in, because they are the type of people to really, really take a lot from their victims. So narcissists are usually people who suffer from a lot of childhood trauma, whether it be that they were neglected, abused, or mistreated in their childhood. They always felt like they never had control over their lives. So what they do in return as an adult, they try to control the lives of others through manipulation tactics. So what do I mean by manipulation tactics? Basically, they are projecting all their negative traits on you majority of the time. And it's one of the hardest relationships to get out of, because it's a lot of guilt tactics. They make you feel very guilty for doing things that, you know, it seeks your interest, it seeks your betterment, and they really bring you down. These are people who have no interest in conquering childhood traumas. They rather just reside in it and be victims of their life. These people are quite easy to spot. They're the ones with the world of excuses, and everybody did wrong to them, and you know, they're a good person, and they really try to sell themselves. They are those type of people. And I'm just saying, beware. The more you focus on self, you'll be able to detect these people in a heartbeat. It won't have any issues or anything like that. So just be aware to those of you on your journey, or who may seem gullible and whatnot. All right. And I just have one more thing I'd want to touch on before I go. Yeah.
A few moments later.
Unbreak my heart. What is it? I don't know why I keep forgetting this thing. I don't know.
2,000 years later.
Oh, I remember. I remember. Okay, so fear. Fear, 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 fear. Fear is the greatest deceiver of this world because it fools you into thinking that you'll never be good enough, you'll never be enough for anything. It fills your head with doubt, it gives you insecurities. Fear affects every aspect of your life, and one major thing I will say, fear is the grim reaper of the soul. It really deprives the soul of what it needs. So, you have to live your life trusting that God has your back, trusting that the universe has something great coming your way. You have to trust in the process. The sooner you do that, the sooner you realize that this life, you are going to conquer it and you're going to be amazing. But the more you dwell in fear of doubting yourself, doubting others, doubting everything, you are just digging a hole for yourself. And this shows up in so many aspects of person's lives, especially like insecurities because of the fear that, Josh is gonna cheat, or the fear that I'm not gonna be good enough to be on YouTube. Guilty. There's so many fears, but when you're ready to risk it all and just silence all those fears, you'll be able to achieve so much in this life. And I think that's the most important thing. And that what I mentioned with insecurities, it's so important to make relationships last forever. Having that, how can I describe it? Not being fearful that whoever you're with would cheat on you, would leave you one day, would find somebody else, is the most freeing thing to your mind, body, and spirit. When you live your life that way, all you welcome is peace and love. And you'll just start to see your life shaping up very different. Guys, I've done it. I've seen my life just do a whole 360, and I saw myself in a countless cycle of relationships that they kept teaching me lessons, but I kept asking myself, okay, when am I gonna find someone? And that's the problem. We need to stop searching. Don't search. Person will just come. When God sees that you've put in all the work, He's just gonna be like, okay. You did what you had to do. There you go. That's how God works. That's how the universe works. Right? So just let everything go. Just be free. Guard your peace. Your peace is everything to you. Your peace is something that you should safeguard and never allow anybody to steal it. Just like how they say, don't let anybody steal your joy. Never allow anybody to steal your peace. It is sacred. It is very, very sacred. And I think that's it. Although I had another idea, but I think that's it. So I want to just thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I have so many more videos coming soon, talking about astrology, talking about relationships, talking about soulmates, talking about love, talking about everything that my heart feels is right. So I hope you guys found it interesting. I hope you guys found it helpful, it resonated. And if it doesn't, I'm pretty sure this information would help you to help somebody. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Bye.